about thoracic spine and cervicogenic headaches, the hidden connection that every busy mom must know. So we are basically going to talk about can a thoracic spine issue cause cervicogenic headaches. So just give me a second, just setting this up. Yeah. So, as an executive mom, when you're juggling a high stress job and family responsibilities, you likely spend hours hunched over your laptop, reading through paper or paperwork, or using your phone for a long period of time. You may notice that some headaches sometimes creep up on you, and it makes it harder to focus at work or even enjoy time with your kids. Now, but there is a connection between your mid back or your thoracic spine and your cervicogenic headaches or headaches that originate in the cervical spine. So most of the time when you have a headache, you think of all the possible reasons. Maybe it's dehydration, maybe it's you slept in the wrong posture, maybe it's, like the n number of reasons. But we usually tend to overlook the thoracic spine or the mid back area. So in today's video, let's explore more of how thoracic spine dysfunction or issues that originate in the thoracic spine can contribute to a cervicogenic headache. And before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain despite low energy levels and brain fog, which is lack of focus. Now, I do so by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Adrenal fatigue is a very broad term, but the main symptoms that I refer to are low energy levels and brain fog, as I just mentioned. So let's get into the topic for today without taking away more of your time because, hey, we want to busy people. So, thoracic spine and cervicogenic headache, and what is the connection between the two of these? So, it's not that every headache will start because of because of thoracic reasons or issues in the thoracic spine, but these are some things you could consider the next time you have that headache. All right, so the very first one is poor posture. I talk a lot about posture because it is the cornerstone for so many other things that happen with neck pain, back pain, nerve pain, and even joint pain, really. So, how does posture play into all this? Now, when you're sitting at your desk for long hours, and sometimes we get into poor postures like rounded shoulders and a forward head posture. Forward head posture is okay in normal posture. In a good posture, your earlobe and the tip of your shoulder and your earlobes will be in the same line. But if you have a forward head posture, you draw a line from the earlobe, it will fall in front of your shoulder tip here, so it's not in line with your tip of your shoulder. So basically you have your head forwards like this, and because you've got your head forwards, you need to balance that head on the body, so you tend to round your shoulders and round your back. So basically, that's what forward head posture is, but it can work the other way around as well. So if you have a rounded shoulders and you have this forward head posture or your head poking out, this is very common in people who are looking at screens for long periods of time, or when you're focusing on something or you're looking down at your phone for something. So going back, so this creates an excessive strain in your upper back and neck area. When this area is, suppose these muscles get all tight or the nerves are getting irritated in your upper to mid cervical spine, that will then lead to cervicogenic headaches. So just backing up a little bit here, in case you're not familiar with cervicogenic headaches or you're not sure what these are. In our cervical spine, we have the upper, mid, and lower part of your cervical spine. So with the nerves that exit the spine on both sides, which is normal, it happens all the way from your hairline down to your lumbar spine and down below, up to your tailbone region. There are nerves that exit the spine, and the nerves go and supply specific areas of your body. So when the nerves that supply the back of the head, they are situated in the upper to mid cervical spine. So somewhere from your hairline to the middle of your neck here. If those nerves get irritated or compressed, you can get different symptoms, one of which is headache. The other ones are dizziness, also known as cervicogenic vertigo, or it's different from the vertigo in your ears. Cervicogenic headache, cervicogenic dizziness, nausea. Sometimes you can even get vomiting. You get different kinds of symptoms. So going back to cervicogenic headaches, so this posture, poor posture, is creating all that stress in your neck. It's compressing or irritating those nerves, and that is leading to cervicogenic headaches. So this headache will be more from the back of your neck into your head and then going in front. Sometimes it can come to the back of the eyes or in the temple area. Sometimes it can creep into your TMJ or jaw joint as well. So moving on. So stiffness in your thoracic spine. Now your thoracic spine is meant to move like any other part of your spine. Probably it's not as mobile as your cervical, that is your neck, and your lower back, that is your lumbar region. But thoracic spine is also meant to like rotate, and then you can flex and extend it. But when there is stiffness, it could be due to lack of movement, due to poor posture, due to any disc issues, etc. I mean, there might be problems there. The neck and the shoulder area and even your lower back will compensate, because whenever one area of your spine is not moving, is hypomobile, that is not moving to its full capacity, the other areas on top and bottom, so the adjoining areas, will tend to compensate. So that's how your body manages that stiffness. So when you have poor thoracic mobility or hypomobile areas in your thoracic spine, because of the stiffness, the neck and shoulder will compensate. Again, the stresses build up, you get your chances of getting a cervicogenic headache increases exponentially. Another thing is, maybe not directly affecting your cervical spine, but because we're talking about thoracic spine, I wanted to bring this up, is rib dysfunction and shallow breathing. Poor thoracic mobility, as we were just discussing, affects the rib movements, because when you are doing your breathing, your ribs, the ribs that go along the chest and thoracic area, they will move and expand, right? And your diaphragm, which is a big muscle sitting between your thoracic and abdominal cavity, so between your chest and tummy area, that moves. That's the main muscle of respiration. Now, when you do not have that sort of mobility in your thoracic spine, because the ribs are attached to your thoracic spine at the level of the spine, they are not able to move so well. So it leads to a lot of shallow breathing. Obviously, when you're breathing shallow, the amount of oxygen that's entering your lungs is not drastically, but minimally reduced than normal. Now, of course, when you have that shallow breathing, it is, of course, going to lead to fatigue, less energy if it happens over a long period of time. And that can also trigger your headache, because I mean, from personal experience, whenever I feel low on energy, I start feeling that heaviness in my head, because I can't maintain a good posture when I'm low on energy. I start to slouch at my desk. So it may not happen for everybody, and that's why I said this is an additional point. But do remember, you probably want to do a bit of deep breathing exercises, and of course, increase the mobility in your thoracic spine if that is the case. All right, so I have written a blog on this topic, and that goes into more details. I will leave a link to that blog in the description of this video. If you're watching me on Instagram, the link is in my bio. If you're watching this in the future, you can just send me the words thoracic spine and cervicogenic headaches, and I will send the blog across to you. In that blog, I talk more about what are cervicogenic headaches, and there is a free guide in the blog which talks about, is your neck the reason for the cause of your headache. So basically, if you have a headache, you're not sure where it's coming from, then you can have a look at that guide. It breaks down everything into step-by-step parts, and then you can access that and see if your headache is actually originating from your cervical spine. So, do you see how thoracic will indirectly affect your cervical spine, and that will lead to headache? So, it's not that your thoracic spine is directly causing a headache, it's just affecting, it's one of the major factors that affects your cervical spine, and that leads to cervicogenic headaches. Now, what can you do about this? Very briefly, make sure whenever you're looking at a screen, make sure that the top of the screen is at about 5 to 10 degrees below horizontal. So let me just show you with a book here, because my phone is being used for this video. So if you are looking at me sideways, okay, let me just show you here, because Instagram's going to blur me out otherwise. So if I draw a straight line from my eyes, this is my horizontal gaze, and this is the top of my computer or my phone or even my book. Your gaze should be your book, the level of your book or computer should be such that you are looking down by 5 to 10 degrees when you're looking at this. So the moment I do that, you can see how I nodded my head. This is called a chin nod. This puts your cervical spine into a neutral alignment. It's a very simple postural correction, and it is very effective. So that's one thing you could do. Of course, increase your thoracic mobility. I am not going to go into the details there. There are lots of videos out there on it, and if you are interested, there I have a free training in my community, and you can access it there. Or also another thing is, you want to work on those deep breathing exercises that I mentioned, you can have a look at that blog for more tips on these. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, any comments on this topic of cervicogenic headaches or thoracic spine causing cervicogenic headaches, let me know and I'll be happy to help you out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.